Hey, I'm back with another small little video on this Bobcat that I just got in. A guy brought me. He said it's been in storage for a while, I guess. I imagine a couple years. This is a fairly old machine, but it looks good. He said it wasn't welding, and it wasn't generating much AC power. So I brought it in. First thing I did was check the RPMs on the motor. Down here you can see right here. So your max OCVs, DC, constant current, that's going to be your regular stick mode. 72 max OCVs at 3750 RPMs. So what you want to do when you're checking that's the first thing I'm going to check is your OCVs. What you're going to do is, it doesn't matter which setting you're in right here, which year, but you want to max out your your rheostat to 10 max settings. If you're not at 10, you're anywhere in between, you're not going to get your max OCVs. And what you're doing here is checking your output, your weld output. Your auxiliary should be the same, 120 either way, but 10 whatever gear, and you're going to check your weld lugs. So you're going to get your meter, set it on DC, and put negative on ground, positive on electrode. Run it high idle, and you're going to want around 72, no more than 72. With any OCVs on any machine, you really don't want to go. You can go a little higher than what it says, but you never want to go higher than the max RPMs, because then you'll start unwinding your armature, and that's not good. So even, and also if you go too high on your OCVs or your RPMs, you're going to be putting out a lot more auxiliary power too, and you can start burning up tools and whatever else you have on here. So like I said, he brought it in, wasn't welding, had very weak auxiliary power, so that's the first thing I'm going to check. Put it in high idle, put it at 10, check my OCVs, and check my auxiliary. Your OCVs, your weld, you're going to be in DC, but your auxiliary is going to be in AC. It's AC power. So I went ahead and checked that. I was only getting 60 volts AC auxiliary and 30 volts weld, when I should be getting around 70 and 120. So the first thing I'm gonna do is check my RPMs on my motor. So I got a little gauge, digital gauge. I put a little reflective tape on the shaft right there, and I'm just gonna shoot it when it's running in high idle and see what my RPMs is. If you're trying to figure out your weld OCVs whenever the motor, you don't know what the motor's running at, then you're gonna be all over the place. You're just working backwards in a way. So the first thing you want to do is check your RPMs on your motor. So he wanted a tune-up, and it was running a little rough, so I went ahead and did a tune-up, because why try to adjust a motor that's not running right? You're again working backwards. So I went ahead and did a tune-up, oil filter, fuel, and on these Kohler motors, your RPM idle is right here, your high RPMs. So you just want to loosen this up to go down, tighten it up, pulls this lever connected to the carburetor, and your idle goes up, your RPMs go up. So I went ahead and changed all that, got it running pretty good. Set my RPMs at about 3,700, and then I checked it, and I was still getting the same, about 30 volts out the weld lugs and 60 out the AC auxiliary. So then I start checking other stuff back here. What you want to do is start checking all your connections. Make sure all your circuit breakers are good. What I like to do with circuit breakers and fuses is get my meter, set it over here where it makes a sound when you're getting continuity, and just check each side of each circuit breaker. Make sure they're good, because you never know, somewhere in between here, if it's not getting through a circuit breaker, it might not get to where it needs to go, the power. So I went ahead and did that, checked all my circuit breakers, checked this little, I believe it's a diode in here. I haven't checked the schematic, but looks like a diode. Went ahead and checked that. That was good. Then I came over here and I checked this fuse right here. Put one lead on one side, one lead on the other, and I wasn't getting nothing. Luckily I have a couple machines in here, so I robbed the fuse off of this one. I know it's good. I checked it. One lead on this side, one lead on this side. I was getting continuity. Put that fuse in, ran it, and now I'm getting 770 volts. I'm not maxed out on the idle or RPM, so getting about 70 volts out the weld lugs, and now I'm getting about 120 out the AC. So just a little fuse screw you up, but just showing you how I go about checking the most simple things, fuses, circuit breakers, and all that. But I guess while I'm here, I'll show you how to adjust your low idle. Also, like I said, your high idle's right here. You're gonna have that nut, you're gonna be backing in, backing out. Like I said, when you tighten it, you're gonna go up RPMs. When you loosen it, you're gonna go down. The same thing adjusting your OCVs. You want to go down, less RPMs. You want to go up, more RPMs. Low idle, you have a low idle screw right here. It's not gonna, whenever it goes down, whenever you pull in on that solenoid right there, it's gonna hit that nut or screw. So the more you have it backed out, the lower it's gonna go. The more you drive it in, the less you're gonna go. So if your low idle's too low, you just adjust that screw. However, if you're still having problems after that, if it's not set right, if somebody had changed that solenoid, you might adjust these right here, loosen off these screws, and adjust this solenoid to where you need it. What else? You also have a shut-off solenoid right here. There's a needle in here that shuts off the fuel. So if you're having problems, it's not starting or something, go ahead and you can pull this off. There's two screws right here. I think you might have to pull that carb. There's two bolts, one right here and one right here. Pull that carb off, pull these two screws off, and whenever you crank the start switch up here, you should see that needle back off. You're opening it up, opening up fuel. If it's not doing that, then that solenoid's probably bad. Let me know what else you'd like to see. I just got this one in. I figured I haven't made any videos on Bobcats or Rangers, but pretty simple. I mean, just keep it simple. Check your basic, fuses, circuit breakers and stuff. You'd be surprised. Thanks for watching.